Here we are, the morning after the World Cup final. This is not the video I imagined I would be making, but we are where we are. And I think first things first is congratulations to South Africa. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were incredible in every level. I think if you look at their story, you know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, couldn't win a raffle. And now they've become world champion under Rassie Erasmus. He's done an incredible job. I think they were favourites probably coming into this tournament, got a tough opening game against New Zealand, and then have worked their way through it and played the rugby that suited them. They got to the final and they absolutely did us. And I think you've got to respect that. I think as well, there's an amazing kind of sub-story going on with South Africa and I think in the world in general, to have Khaleesi, their first black captain, lift the trophy. I don't think it's going to fix all the problems, but I think it's a great step in the right direction. And I think, especially in a world where, I don't want to get into politics, it's not what I'm about, but when you look at things that are happening with different leaders around the world and with how many backward steps we've taken in terms of sexuality, race, all that kind of stuff that shouldn't even be an issue, but is massively still an issue, I think it's a really important step. And I'm really pleased that a country like South Africa has had that opportunity. And I think it means the world to him, and I think it means the world to everybody else. So I think that's an amazing thing. I think they're very deserved. I think physically they outmatched us last night in terms of the scrum. You know, that we picked over, and I don't want to go into real naughty rugby details, but I think defensively, physicality wise, they were better than us. And I think you've got to put your hand up and say that. I think, you know, for me, it doesn't matter what I say or what other people say, it's going to hurt a lot being in that changing room in England and not wanting to get to the final hurdle, but they've still been incredible. And that's the thing to remember, that everybody will forget. It'll be hard for them to know, because I've been there, I've never lost in a World Cup, so I don't know what that feels like, but I've lost in finals before, and it is one of the hardest things to deal with. You'll have a lot of regrets, you'll have a lot of ifs and buts, but at the end of the day, those guys did everything that they could possibly do. They applied themselves in the best way possible. They were fantastic. They were incredible. Thanks, mate. They were fantastic in every aspect of that tournament. You know, they played some of the best rugby I've ever seen. So many players stood up and did what needed to be done. They should be incredibly proud of what they've done. Getting to a World Cup final was no mean feat. You go into that tournament with the two best teams in the world. Sorry, they go into the final with the two best teams in the world, and someone has to come out a loser. And that's the nature of professional sport. And unfortunately, it was England this time, with South African being the fitting winners, with the second best team in the world, which is incredible. And I think those guys should really be proud of what they've done. And hopefully, as time goes on, they will. I think it's important as well, as a side note, to look at what happens in professional sport in moments like this. The only people who should really be able to comment on what it's like to play in a final or talk in a final, I know I'm not doing it myself, being slightly hypocritical, but I'm trying to do it in a level-headed, positive way, is those in the game. You know, there's a lot of people in life who stand on the sidelines, who sit in the stands, and this is what my wife was talking to me about this morning. They sit in the stands and they criticise and they talk about feelings, they talk about what people are going to lose, you know, how bad things have been, but they've never been into that arena, they've never been onto the field, they've never achieved any of that stuff. And I think that's really important, that people who criticise and comment about this stuff, and fans and people, again, you know, you're only from the outside looking in, need to be level-headed, need to be respectful. I've already had on my own social media piles of people getting into me and being insulting, and people from different countries. And, you know, for me, I was incredibly proud to see Wales get to the semi-final. I thought they were going to go all the way. I said it, I made a joke about the world ending because it was funny if they won, but I was always incredibly respectful about what they were going to do. And I think that you know, everybody who goes into a World Cup and every team puts 100% effort in to win. And I think that people, fans who haven't been there, who've never been there, shouldn't criticise and shouldn't do what they're shouldn't act the way they're acting. So I just think it's really important that we stay level-headed about those kind of things and make sure that we don't get carried away. And we honestly applaud the effort of every single team that went in there. I thought Japan were amazing. I thought they played the best rugby of the tournament. And I think that there were so many, you know, amazing upsets. Uruguay beating Fiji. You know, Fiji, you know, are an incredible team as well. Everybody puts their best foot forward. So I think, look, credit to South Africa. I hope everyone stays level-headed. I hope everyone enjoys the World Cup for what it was. I think rugby's in a fantastic place. I'm going to be coming home from Tokyo. I'm off to Dubai for a bit, and then I'm in the UK back into training in the gym. But thanks for all those people who've reached out. Thanks to all those people who watched House of Rugby. I've got 5 or 6 more Diary of Japan videos to come out, so you can stay tuned if you miss your fix of rugby. But credit again to South Africa, and congratulations to all the England boys for an incredible effort. Proud of every single one of them, and I think they did an amazing job, and they should all have their heads held high. And I just hope the media and people keep their heads on too.